parents waiting. I want to say a quick disclaimer. This is for adult audiences only. No children should be listening to this. The following is my commentary, thoughts, and opinions. Please do not engage in any hateful actions towards anyone mentioned. I want to start with 8 months ago, I made my first video about when I saw Titus Morris testify in a court of law that he had committed bestiality from the age of 13 onwards into adulthood for several years. He had attempted to circumcise himself with a 12-year-old boy present, and he had swam nude with children, or after reviewing it, a child, somebody he asked to do that with on multiple occasions, apparently. And I reviewed a bunch of this footage recently. I guess I'll get into that in a moment. So the judge said she wouldn't trust Titus Morris with a dog, and I agree. And that is why I made my initial video and every video since. All the subsequent Titus Morris content has been about trying to warn people because I don't believe that any vulnerable person at all, but especially minors and animals, should be in his presence. I think people need to know who they are donating to before they give their money, and many people have expressed they are glad to know this information, and clearly Titus and Stephanie are doing everything they can to try to take the information down. We'll get to that too. Because there are other reasons as well, I feel they're putting other people's safety at risk. I also have made content and I've taken down some videos recently. So I want to reiterate that they have bad canning practices. In my opinion, people should not be eating anything that they have canned. They don't use safe canning practices when they can food, and they videoed this and showed it to the world. So there's proof of that everywhere. This is not anything I'm saying is not false. Supposedly, okay, this is reported by visitors that have been there. They have unfiltered drinking water for their guests, no proper toilets or outhouses for people, and no proper way to wash your hands. That is all supposed, reported by visitors. In my opinion, there's very poor preparedness training, like Titus wading through raging creek waters without any proper protection, just showing people this is how you do really dangerous acts. The stray animals they have on their property, they don't really take care of them, in my opinion, or any other animals, apparently. Some people have mentioned the horse stalls need to be cleaned. I did not see that. I just read comments saying, hey, like, take care of your horse stalls, which that is their opinion. In my opinion, overall bad example of off-grid living. This is all my opinion. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be, hi, Karami. How are you today? Hi, Emily. How are you doing today? I don't mean to be being annoying with that, but you'll see when I get to the GoFundMe part why I am saying, in my opinion, in excess tonight. So they're a bad opinion of off-grid living overall. And the court video I was talking about came from a court proceeding pertaining to a woman, which at the time in August of 2024, Titus claimed to be strictly platonic and professional with. She was a woman that was taking his YouTube videos for him. That's good, Karami. I don't have enough muscle to flex, Alexa. I've been like on bed rest practically for 7 weeks now. Yeah, Emily, I like your name. I always like the name Emily a lot. But I'm getting back to work next week, so maybe I'll have some muscles in a few weeks if you come back. So now, the woman that Titus claimed to be strictly platonic and professional with in August of 2024 and all around that time period in YouTube videos, now they're married. They got married in February of this year, 2025. These are facts. Stephanie found Titus, moved to be near him with her family several years ago. After that, after Stephanie found him, Peter Santinello found him. Titus was on Peter's channel, gained a lot of popularity, and raised apparently over $300,000, or yeah, over $300,000. And now they're saying that they need even more money to complete their non-church, their house of prayer. Stephanie Morris started their newest GoFundMe recently, the fifth GoFundMe of theirs, between the two of them, the fifth one, the fifth GoFundMe between the two of them for like the same three things. I guess there's different court battles though, so that is different things technically. There are two for the House of Prayer totaling $265,645, two for Stephanie and her legal fees totaling $45,436, and the largest, I'm sorry, the most recent GoFundMe has $20 as of now. The largest GoFundMe, the House of Prayer, that has a little over $250,000 as of now, It has a breakdown currently of what was spent to build the house of prayer. That was recently added, I believe, June 1st by Randy. It's as rough of a breakdown as could possibly be. I mean, if that's what you think people that donated to you deserve, that's fine. Pedro, I am from Kentucky here in the US. Hey, Jesus girl, how are you doing tonight? Um, oh, I'm sorry, I'm missing a lot of comments. Gory, I am 38. No. Oh, Gory, you're being too nice. No. I do need to, yeah, I do. I try to hydrate before I go on here. I want to get through this because I really want to have a good, succinct video, and then I'll probably hop off and then come back and do a chatty part two. I mean it, because I want this to be out there. So it looks like that they have a shell basically. The breakdown says it has basically a shell. There's no floors in it. It says wall boards, and I'm confused what they mean by wall boards. If they mean what's on the outside, then there's no interior walls listed, or maybe wall boards is what he is considering what's on the outside and inside, because I believe I saw some cedar planks as interior walls on top of the spray foam insulation, at least a little bit of it. But so this is what people have speculated, including myself. In my opinion, they have run out of money. That's why they are saying at the end of their most recent GoFundMe, the remainder of the funds will be used to finish the House of Prayer because a few $100,000 wasn't enough. And in my opinion, people donated to him because they thought he could, if anybody could take a few $100,000 and make a church out of it, a functioning church, it would be Titus, right? Somebody that likes to commune in nature and everything. That's cool, Pedro. I have a listen to me. I have a grandma from Colombia, or I had. She's not with us anymore. I don't even know what you're saying, fun time. I'm sorry. I don't even know what you said, but you do too. Yeah, we're at in Brazil, Pedro. Okay. So it looks like they have a shell. I already said that. $7,000 was spent on pawns. $7,000 for pawns. I just thought that was a little silly. In my opinion, that's silly. I know he thinks he's going to be baptizing people or whatever. He could have spent $1,000 or something like on a really neat setup that could have been an all-weather baptism station. You get what I'm saying. You see my vision. I know you guys do. I can't read your name. Thank you so much for liking. Hi, how are you? Sao Paulo. I am horrible at speaking Portuguese or Spanish. Oh, you're from Sao Paulo too? R2 dot 228. That's interesting. That's so neat. Oh, well, yeah, I'm not monetized, so you can't give me money. But anyways, there's $15,000 that they spent on a parking lot, which fine, like a few loads of gravel, $2,000 a load. Like you could make a big parking lot out of gravel for 15,000. It's just not necessary. Like in my opinion, they should have taken that 15,000 and maybe gotten floors for the interior or something. Like people can park on the lawn. Like I'm sure people do park at the lawn already at Titus's. Like I don't think he probably has a functioning driveway himself. A lot of us out here in the country need to re-gravel our driveways or whatever. And that was a reason why I stopped Instacarting. The driveways could be so bad. It wasn't worth the wear and tear on my tires. Jesus Girl said, what was wrong with the creek baptisms? He wanted that pond, in my opinion, to skinny dip. Yes, right. Especially how somebody said that the one pond he made was hidden from the road. Hi, Victor. How are you doing tonight? The new GoFundMe says they are going to initiate 5 court cases, okay? 5 court cases, 2 pertaining to EPOs, and 2 civil cases against people for stalking, harassment, slander, and defamation of character. I guess the fifth will remain a mystery. They need funds to get evidence. Leftover funds will be used for the House of Prayer. Um, who donated to them still doesn't see through, in my opinion, the grift by now. Do they think they're going to live off of GoFundMe money? And when they say defamation, that's basically saying slander, like you affected me and my reputation, you affected my income. What income are they speaking of? YouTube? And I'm getting ahead of myself like I always do because I know that what I wrote in my notes, and I think it's really interesting that I guess he's not saying he's a Seventh-day Adventist, but he aligns so much with their beliefs, and they don't tend to call the law or get the law involved with. They're all about their lawyers, just like anybody that gets a little bit of money. And once they get that sue you, F you money, they're sure as heck to use it to threaten people with. And I'm not like above many people. I'm I wouldn't say if I had a bunch of money, I wouldn't do the same, but clearly they don't. I mean, they ran out of money to, like, build a house of prayer, but th for all we know, they've got some benefactors, people that are just as sick as Titus is, in my opinion, because that's how these things go. These people roll together, and I'm not saying everybody that donated to him is like that. I'm just saying that they might know that they have people on their side, that they could be like, "Hey, will you help me out with this?" But even though they don't have a steadier stream of income, you shouldn't ever rely on anything like GoFundMe or even YouTube for income. Every channel has a lifespan. Most monetized channels, even the ones that make a lot of good money, they only last a certain amount of years. And using attorneys or the threat of attorneys to intimidate people clearly isn't against Titus's rules. I just think that's really interesting. To live the kind of life he does, it's a little hypocritical, in my opinion. YouTube channel lifespan is usually 5 to 7 years, and his first channel was made in 2018. I'm sorry I'm looking down so much tonight, you guys. It's been a long week. I have sinus issues and other issues. I have a lot of issues, but I really, really wanted to get this done tonight. Definitely seems that that channel has peaked. When you look through the content, the views were dwindling before I even uploaded my first video. I don't know exactly when Aaron, who uploaded the court video, uploaded that, but I'm under the impression it was just a few weeks before I saw it. I don't think it was even a few months, but I could be wrong. I don't know exactly. Thank you. Thank you, Victor. That's nice. That's what it says in the GoFundMe, Skipper. It says 5 court cases, 2 EPOs, 2 people for stalking and harassment and stuff. Mr. Carey, why would you be above people? You are an airplane pilot. Are you an airplane pilot? Joking. How are you doing today, Mr. Carey? Do you feel any better yet from that procedure you had done a while back? It's been like 2 weeks now. Thanks, Victor. Jesus Girl said Victor, she's married. Hey, Anna, how are you doing tonight? Okay, defamation involves proving that one has said untrue things that have negatively affected you, namely your income. We already went over that. If this has anything to do with me, I'm not threatened at all. I would almost enjoy it, entertain it. I would love to sue a countersuit for loss of income because I do have a job. I do work 5 to 6, sometimes 7 days a week, like an actual W-2 job I clock in and out of. So, like, come at me, take me to court. I'll have you pay me to do it. And I'll have a really nice, relaxing, beautiful drive in the Casey County court side. Listen to me, countryside to get to the court side. And my intentions are for as many people to see that Titus Morris, oh my gosh, to see Titus Morris that saw him on Peter Santinello and to know about his past regarding children and animals. In my opinion, he is unrepentant. He said people getting nude in the YMCA locker room or shower or whatever is akin to him skinny dipping with minors. That is not a man who sees the damage he did and feels shame because of it, in my opinion. And this whole experience has been a lesson that religion is so easily contorted from a community of people that love God and each other into a cult that benefits nobody but nobody in the community, but definitely benefits a cult leader. Once again, in my opinion, people need to know vulnerable people and animals shouldn't be there. This is why Stephanie's kids aren't allowed there. Once again, so many people don't seem to understand or make the connection. And I don't mean that in a patronizing way. I mean that in like a sincere way. I'm trying to get this done under 20 minutes and put it all out there for people to see. This past, what he said in court, whether you believe me or not, it's because that's why their kids, Stephanie's kids, aren't allowed around Titus. Because he did say that in a court of law. And if you don't believe me, then maybe call their phone number they give out to everybody and ask them personally, why aren't those kids allowed around you? And is it true because you said this, that, and the other in a court of law? I've seen personally, corking, I'm not monetized. Uh, it's normal to have okay, corking, I understand that, and I've addressed that before slightly, like, there's even tribes that are completely nude in front of each other. Culturally, if that's what you do, it's completely different. Like, I use that as an example, like, people can be nude in front of each other when they've grown up and they're used to that way and not be complete, horrible people, you know what I'm saying? But let's be real, these are people that say that you shouldn't be able to show your elbows, man or woman, and they're skinny dipping with children. You know what I'm saying? In their culture, they aren't walking around, they don't sunbathe, they don't have a beach, they don't have nude beaches they often frequent. They don't have women that take off their tops like in certain places in Europe. It's just not that there. Um, Lasted like 2 days. I go back to the doctor on the 18th. I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Carey. Gosh, I hope they have a better alternative for you. Oh no, 360s here corking. Not that kind of YouTuber. So, I actually have like some PJ pants on. It's funny. They are white, but okay, on a more serious note, I've seen firsthand the effects of this kind of trauma. And at any age in childhood, whatever degree, if there's touching or not, if it's just looking, it's all trauma. And it holds good people back from fulfilling their fullest potential, from being their best. And whether or not you think you know people like that, you do, because that's how prevalent this is. It's extremely common. And one of the reasons is because so many people are so apt to turn a blind eye when it's like right there in their face. When somebody has admitted in a court of law what they have done repeatedly, not once, not twice, over and over and over, so many times that is admitted in a court of law. How do we know that's it? And this same person, because of your religious beliefs, which you are allowed to have, I'm personally don't subscribe to all those beliefs. And part of this is why, oh no, there's some drama I'm missing. Part of this is why it's hard for me to commit to the religion, because if I'm going to be shamed for not loving somebody like Titus Morris, I definitely don't think he should be able to be a minister of the gospel. And, just alone on what happened with him and Stephanie, okay? Just based on that alone, right in front of our faces, like a lot of people biblically say he's not proper to be a minister, to have his own church. And he never will have his own proper church, right? It will always be like his own little wishy-washy thing. Um, my eyes are green. What happened, yo? I can't. Oh, you said, oh, quick, can we please clear this up? Oh my gosh, Mr. Carey and Anna are in the same place at the same time. That's so funny. So they're definitely not the same person. Or Yoder Family Farm Life and Mr. Carey aren't the same person. Unless they're doing something on two devices. I guess you could be the same person on two devices. Duh, I'm silly. Apparently, as I am told, Aaron and Titus got me under the microscope and think I am Mr. Carey. I guess we'd have to see you both, like, see you, but, I don't expect everybody to do that like me. Uh, Corking, stop hitting on her. I already said my age earlier. You can rewind it and watch it. Hey, Shaw to the T, how are you doing today? Um, no, I have a husband, and yeah. Yoder, I was drawn to get away from Blue Bonnet. That's it. That's the truth. Jesus girl, hey lady, if you want to give me a blue wrench, I can mute the scammers. Yeah, um, I can. Okay. So I'm sorry. I should have ended this already. I think I'm going to take a quick break, but then I'd like to come back and just like basically talk, do a little chit chat, and we'll have some fun if you want to come back, like seriously, 5 minutes. And then I'll go over like my script is say like all this stuff that I want to say. We can talk. I hope you guys come back, Mr. Carey, Anna, Jesus girl. I'll be right back, seriously, like 5 minutes, okay? Um, Everybody have a good night that I don't see again.